Hey guys, welcome to the CO visit. Colin here, my trusty coffee, and what a day for coffee. Perfect day. Well, we have Tropical Storm Sarah, soon to be, I think, Hurricane Sarah, parked right over us. Well, it's just entering Honduras right now, and it's started getting cloudy and kind of a little bit of rain last night, and then this morning it was cloudy, and then about midday, about 1 o'clock or so, it started raining. It's been raining ever since, and right now it is just after 3 o'clock Central Time right now. So even though here in Honduras we don't have to worry about that, we don't have time zones or daylight savings or any of that. It's always the same time every year. But half of the year, because of the shift that happens in the United States with your time zones, right now in your fall, winter months, we're on Central Time. And then during the spring, summer months, we're on Mountain Time. So right now we're on Central Time, according to the United States. So yeah, right now we can see behind me there, it's kind of rainy. You can't really see because of the camera, but it's coming down pretty good. It's been coming down steady. And here to have a lot of catastrophe, we don't even need a hurricane. All we need is steady rain. That's it. Steady rain, after a few hours, it starts causing problems. If it continues for more than a day, then it gets catastrophic. Start getting flooding, landslides, mudslides, rivers start overflowing. We have a pretty delicate infrastructure here. And this is a very uneven terrain here in Honduras, very mountainous. And that just lends itself to bad news when it starts raining. So anyway, well, I hope everyone saw the community post. It's just kind of a rambling video. I don't really have a topic. I'm just kind of talking. Therapy for me, I guess. And yeah, so Saturday, I'll probably make a video. Either I'll do a video or I'll do maybe a quick live transmission. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But Saturday morning, pretty early, I'm going to be traveling to Tegucigalpa, which is the capital. And I'm meeting my daughter Cosette halfway there. She's coming from Choluteca. So she's about, well, if you think about the capital of being right in the center, pretty much, she's about 3 hours south of the capital. I'm 3 hours east of the capital. So we're pretty much going to do like this and then meet each other there. Then I'm going to go back with her on the bus. I don't really want to drive there. I don't want to put up with it, the traffic, because the capital city, Tegucigalpa, it's a disaster. So I don't want to deal with it, and it's a kind of a long trip. I mean, it's a 6 hour round trip. Gas is expensive, so a lot cheaper for me just to take a direct bus. There's a direct line all the way there. It doesn't stop. And go pick her up, and then we'll get back, get situated. Probably be 3, 4 in the afternoon by the time we get back, and then just chill. And we'll see. I think Sunday, as I said, if things go according to plan, then I will make a video with the interview with her so that you guys can hear about her experiences and disassociating herself and just kind of how she's feeling right now. So you're getting to see her pretty raw and just unscripted and real. And I hope it resonates with a lot of you guys out there. I hope her experience can help a lot of you and understand that. I think, everybody needs to see that. We need to see more people getting out, and that reinforces our decision. Speaking of decisions, what does it take? I was just kind of thinking about that right now, sitting here drinking my coffee, looking at the rain, and just thinking, and my gears start spinning. And I think about anything, whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's where you live, whether it's a religion. When is enough enough? You ever ask yourself that question? You ever sit down and contemplate that? You ever think about it? Like, when do you just draw the line? When do you say enough? These are all rhetorical questions, guys, just to kind of get you thinking. I hope you have time to sit down and watch this and just kind of go over this with me in your mind and think with me. Imagine you were here and we were talking about this conversation. What would you think? What would you say? But when is enough enough, guys? When do you finally, you hear something, you see something, you experience something, and you just have to like take a step back and just kind of go, what am I doing? How did I get here? What am I doing here? And then how do you get to that kind of that space? How do you get to that point where you literally don't care anymore? Like I have to make a decision. I have to make a decision, and come what may. Literally, it's just like you get to the point where I'm going to make this decision, and whatever happens, happens. And that's not a bad thing. I think we all have those situations in life where you got to make a decision. Otherwise, you're kind of like just committing suicide slowly. It's a slow suicide. When you're in a situation that's killing you, when is it enough? I mean, what has to happen? Does it take some big letdown? Does it take someone humiliating you? Do you almost have to die or kill somebody else before you stand back, take a step back and just go, stop. This is enough. I've had enough of this. How many times do we have to be humiliated? How many times do we have to, put our head down and just take it? How long until it's enough? How long until you say no more? When is enough enough? The only thing that's sure in this life, guys, there are all the belief systems out there, all these religions, all these theories and doctrines and dogmas and science and theory, all hypotheses and all these things out there. But you know what? All we really know, 100% sure, is what we can observe in the natural world around us, without any doubt in your mind. You know that people are born, just like animals and everything else. We're born. You see people go through a process. We start aging. We get older. Eventually, we'll have some health problems or out of the blue, we'll just keel over. Heart attack or whatever. And you die. We know death is real. You've all seen it. You've experienced it. You've watched it. You've observed it. You've smelt it. You've touched it. Death is real. 100%. Nobody denies that. Doesn't matter what religion you are. Doesn't matter what belief system. Or atheist, or you don't believe in anything. You know death is real. We all agree on that. Yes? And the other thing we all know, regardless of your faith system or if you don't have one, nobody ever comes back. Nobody comes back. Nobody contacts us. Nobody talks to us. No one's out there to come back and tell us what's on the other side. So guess what? I'm playing my hand. I'm placing my bets. I'm making my decisions and moves on this life. Because I don't see any other indication of anything else. So, that being the case, life is too short, guys. It's very, very short. Too short to be giving our lives to a corporation, to a boss, to an elder, to a governing body member, to an absent God, to a selfish, narcissistic mate in your relationship. It's too short for that, guys. Too short. I'm not saying be selfish or be narcissistic or don't form relationships with people. No, I'm not saying that. But you know what? You got to go your own way in life, and you got to follow your own dreams, and you got to follow your vision. And if someone wants to come along for the ride and accompany me or you, great. If we share the same vision, the same goals, great. And if we don't, well, I like to quote one of my favorite authors, one that really, really changed my life, changed my point of view. There's a book out there called The Limits of Love by Walter Riso. Walter, R-I-S-O, Riso. Walter Riso. So the book's originally in Spanish, but you can find it translated into English too. You can read it in any language. It's earth-shattering. So as far as relationships goes, guys, life's way too short to be putting up with people's bullshit. And I remember one of his lines that Walter wrote. And he said, if you're in a relationship and things are going well, you share the same goals, you have the same vision, you have the same outlook in life, you're both going in the same direction, you're enjoying it, you get along well, then you know what? It's like a sports car. Put the pedal to the metal. But if not, then guess what? It's like a public bus. Hit the brake and get off at the next stop. Only you know what your limit is. When is enough enough? Have you had enough yet? Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid, period. Once you get rid of fear out of your life, once you're no longer afraid to be afraid even, you're invincible. And they know that. And that's why they don't want you finding that out. They want people fearful. Fearful people can be controlled. Just words to get you thinking today, guys. So having said that, thanks for joining me on this little reminiscent journey. See you in the next CO visit. Take care, everyone.